Hello, and welcome to STAAR History Blitz. My name is Mrs. B. Gonzalez, and we're going to be going over the 8th grade social studies curriculum in quick video sessions. So let's get started. Today's video is on European exploration. Here are some detailed key points that we're going to be referencing throughout the video. So let's go ahead and get started. The initial reason why Europeans explored was because they were trying to find a shorter water route to Asia. Now, usually they'd go by land, but that was expensive and dangerous. So their goal was to find the Northwest Passage, which is a shorter water route to India, which is in the continent of Asia. Christopher Columbus decided to sail around the world. He said, if I sail west, I will end up in the east. And he was commissioned by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. And as he traveled west, he ended up discovering a whole new world, which are the continents of North and South America. He landed in what he called the West Indies. He claimed the West Indies for Spain. And after that, many other European countries came and started to colonize North America. One of the effects of this new colonization of this new world was known as the Columbian Exchange. This is the exchange of goods, people, animals, plants, but not everything was positive. There was also an exchange of diseases brought over from Europe. Diseases such as smallpox, typhus, cholera, and measles. These diseases killed thousands and thousands of Native Americans. And unfortunately, those who did not die of these diseases were forced to work in sugarcane plantations and forced to give up their own religious beliefs to Christianity. After the initial reason for exploration and colonization, which was trying to find that Northwest Passage, the Spanish decided to continue colonizing North America for 3 reasons: gold, glory, and God. Gold basically means they wanted to become wealthy. They wanted to find something in North America that would make them rich. Glory is getting more and more land for the crown, for Spain, so expanding their empire. And God basically means to spread their religion. And the way they did that is by establishing Catholic missions and converting Native Americans into their religion. The Spanish settlement included present-day Florida, most of the land near and around South America, as well as Texas, Mexico, and California. Here's another map to show you a clear illustration of where they settled. Let's move on to French exploration and colonization. And this one's super simple. If all we do is remember the French came for fur, then you'll get it right. Because the French came to profit in the fur trade business. And so they settled along the Appalachian Mountains and the Rocky Mountains, near all of those rivers, because that's where these animals were at, and that's what they were making money off of. The French stretched, like I mentioned, from the Appalachian to the Rocky, but also from the Great Lakes all the way down to the mouth of the Mississippi, which is New Orleans. Here's the map again to show you where France settled in relation to Spain. Let's move on to British European exploration and colonization. Now, when Britain saw Spain and France claiming all this land, they too wanted to colonize, but they colonized for different reasons: religion, economic, political, and social reasons. They established 13 original colonies. They settled along the Atlantic Ocean, and they went all the way up to the Appalachian Mountains because the mountains became a boundary, something that's hard to cross, a physical feature that made it difficult to continue moving west. So they were from the East Coast, the Atlantic coast, all the way to the Appalachian Mountains. Here you'll see where they settled. Let's move on to the motives for British colonization. The first one is religion. In England, you were not allowed to practice your own religion. You had to practice a religion that the king said. So there was a lot of different religions: Pilgrims, Puritans, Quakers, Catholics. And if they were caught practicing their own religion, they would be punished. This is known as persecution, when you're punished because of your religious beliefs. So they decided to leave England, come to North America, seeking religious freedom. The next one is economic reasons. And just like Spain was looking for gold, well, the British also wanted an opportunity to make money as well. So they came for commercial profit, to make money. The first colony established was Jamestown, Virginia in 1607, and it became very successful after they found tobacco as their main economic activity. But we'll talk more about that in the next video session. Political was also another reason for British colonization, and basically what this means is that land might have belonged to another country, but Britain came over and maybe fought them or bullied them out of it. So political was a third reason for British colonization. The last reason is social reasons. James Oglethorpe from England saw that if people owed money in England, they would be put in jail. They were known as debtors. You couldn't get out of jail until you paid your debt. Well, that was impossible because you're in jail. So James Oglethorpe formed the colony of Georgia as a place for imprisoned debtors and convicts to start a new life. And that's why it was considered social reasons. Here's a quick graphic organizer that goes over everything we just discussed. Here are our 3 European countries, starting with Spain, the 3 Gs, France came for fur, and Britain primarily religious and economic, but also some political and social reasons. Here's a map that shows the 3 European countries that colonized North America. Here's a physical map that shows you on the East Coast, this is the Atlantic Ocean. On the West Coast, Pacific Ocean. These are your Appalachian Mountains. These are your Rocky and Sierra Nevada Mountains. And when it comes to bodies of water, we have the Mississippi River, the Ohio River, the Missouri River, and also the Great Lakes up here, as well as the Gulf of Mexico. That concludes our first STAAR History Blitz. My name is Mrs. B. Gonzalez, and we'll see you on the next one.